And welcome to the Part Time Nerd Podcast. As always, I am your host here, Alan. We're here to talk about all things nerd, movies, TV shows, comic books, just whatever. Today, before we get started, make sure you guys, hey, if you guys like what you're seeing, hit subscribe, like the video, share it out. Anything you want me to check out, leave it in the comments. I'm definitely open to suggestions for movies, TV shows, comic books, things you guys want me to talk about. So just let me know there in the comments. You can also send me an email to parttimenerdpodcast@gmail.com. Today we're throwing it back. We're going back to 2011 for the animated movie Batman Year One. This movie's got a runtime of 1 hour and 4 minutes. The average score on IMDb is 7.4 out of 10. This is starring Ben McKenzie voices Batman, Bryan Cranston, Jim Gordon, Elijah Dushku as Catwoman, and this is based off the Frank Miller comic, which was an awesome comic. Just to kind of set the stage for this starts off year one. This is very beginning. You've got Bruce Wayne coming back from being out doing his training for years. James Gordon is just coming to Gotham. This is the first year. This is Batman trying to figure things out. This is Jim Gordon trying to figure things out after being in trouble, getting in trouble at his last station where he's a police officer for just being too honest of a cop, essentially. Now here he is in Gotham, one of the most corrupt places there is. His wife Barbara is pregnant with their son, and he's just trying to find his way around. It was cool hearing Bryan Cranston do the voice of Jim Gordon because I mean, who doesn't love Bryan Cranston? I mean, he's ever since Breaking Bad, he's really just taken off. I mean, he was big before then, right? You got to love him in Malcolm in the Middle, but that was more comedic. This was more of the serious. You know, once he did Breaking Bad, he just really just Walter White. His career took a whole different trajectory. And fun fact about Ben McKenzie, he's the first person ever to play Batman and James Gordon because he was the actor who played James Gordon in the Gotham TV show on Fox. So that's a cool little fun fact for you. But yeah, this is Jim Gordon trying to clean it up. He's a lieutenant then. Loeb is the commissioner when he comes in, and he's going up against all kinds of things. You know, he's for reporting certain things. He's getting beat up by fellow police officers, getting jumped, but he's going and taking care of that on his own. He knows who the guys are who did it. He goes after them. He's seeking, you know, not necessarily revenge, but letting them know, hey, look, I'm not someone to be messed with. I'm not going to back down. I'm here and I'm here to stay. Deal with it. And then you've got Bruce Wayne, who he's being Batman. He's going through learning how to do it. You know, at one point he's fighting some guys and he's amateur. You know, he's like, I'm just an amateur here. And it's cool to see kind of that progression and that transition where he's starting to first starts off to progressively getting better and better throughout the whole first year. At a certain point in time, James Gordon is commissioned to track down the Batman, bring him in. So he's going after him, and they just kind of start to almost kind of build a relationship and kind of get to know each other. Something that's going to become a lifelong friendship, the beginning of the legend of Batman, right? Not even just the legend of Batman, but the legend of James Gordon, because the two are hand in hand. Then you also have Batman. You see him working with Harvey Dent. Harvey Dent's the DA at this point in time. He's not Two-Face, so you really see him starting to talk to him, and they're kind of doing it without James Gordon knowing there at first too. You've got Selena Kyle in there, Catwoman. It's when she first starts to, you know, when Selena starts off, she's a prostitute. And then she decides she wants something bigger. She wants something more. And she starts into robbery. And she's really just trying to build a name for herself. She's very, very whiny in this. to the point to where her character's pretty much kind of annoying. You know, you have her and Batman face off a couple times. She's working on a robbery, and at the same time, there's other guys there. Batman shows up, and Batman's kind of getting the credit for everything, and she's not getting any of the credit, and she's upset. She wants some respect behind her name. She wants people to know that she's Catwoman, and she's not to be trifled with and not to be messed with. I didn't really. Again, she was just kind of whiny and kind of annoying in it. Uh, it goes down to where by the end of it all, you get James Gordon is the commissioner now, so he becomes the commissioner by the end of all of this. Batman's doing his thing. It's all going on, but I enjoyed it. It's good. It was fun. It's a quick, again, hour and 4 minutes runtime. You can't go wrong with watching it. It's something that's very key in the Batman mythos. The year one, I suggest picking up the comic. You can get the trade paperback and reading that. But year one Batman is regarded as one of the best Batman stories out there, and it's really good. It's enjoyable. It's fun. Um, a fun fact about that: they almost did a live action adaptation of this back in 2005 with Darren Aronofsky. Uh, Leading it with the screenplay that Frank Miller wrote for it. But they actually ended up scrapping it for Christopher Nolan's Batman Begins series. So we almost got the live action version of this. Instead, they went a different route, a different vision with it. And they went with the Christopher Nolan Batman, which that Batman trilogy is amazing in and of itself. But it's a different story. It's a different take on Batman and his origin and things like that. But check it out. I watched it on HBO Max. It's on there, as well as a lot of other of the Disney movies that you can get. Not Disney, DC movies that you can get out there. They're all thrown out there on HBO Max. There's a ton of the animated stuff, a lot of the live action on there. You can get all of the original Superman movies, Supergirl, things like that. So if you guys don't have HBO Max, definitely check it out. Plus, you got Titans season 3 releasing here shortly. By the time this is recorded, or not recorded, released, that will actually already be out. But you can catch up if you haven't watched Titans on HBO Max. They have season 1 and season 2, soon to be season 3 on there. But that's all I got for this. Again, I'm not giving scores, ratings, anything like that. What I'm going to say is watch it. It's a good movie. I enjoyed it. The DC animated universe is really good. It's a lot better than the live action universe. So that is one thing that they are getting right, is their animated movies. Check it out. Batman Year One over on HBO Max. I'll talk to you guys next time. Deuces.